Hello, first grade. We have spent the last few lessons working on how-to books. We have talked about how the purpose of how-to books, or the reason that we write how-to books, is to teach someone else how to do something. We have chosen a topic, we have written an introduction, and we have written our steps, or how the person does the thing we're teaching them about. Today, we are going to reread our book, make sure that everything makes sense, and then we are going to write our conclusion. We're going to finish our books by ending with a sentence that lets the reader know that the book has come to an end. The first thing I'm going to do is reread everything I've written so far to make sure that it makes sense, that it sounds the way I want it to sound, and that I have to make sure that I have included every step I need to include to help the reader do the thing I'm teaching them. And I'm teaching the reader how to grow lettuce. So here is my introduction. Have you ever wanted to grow your own food? I will teach you how to grow lettuce. You will need a pot, dirt, lettuce seeds, and water. Step 1. First, fill the pot with dirt and put it somewhere that gets lots of sunlight. Leave a few inches at the top of the pot. Step 2. Next, make very shallow holes about 4 inches apart. Put a seed in each hole. Cover the seeds with dirt. Step 3. Then water the seeds gently so they stay in their holes. Step 4. Last, water your lettuce regularly so it doesn't dry out. When the outside leaves are big enough, you can pick them and let the rest of the plant grow. Enjoy! I am going to reflect on my writing a little bit. I'm going to go back to my introduction, and I notice that in my introduction, I do 3 things. I get my reader interested in my book by asking the reader a question. I tell the reader exactly what my book is going to be about, and I tell my reader what they will need to follow along and grow lettuce with me. When I look at my steps, I notice that they are in order. I notice that I use transition words like first, next, then, and last to help the reader follow along. And each of my steps has a picture that helps the reader understand the words that I have written. Now I am ready to write my conclusion. And when I write my conclusion, I want to think about a few things. I want the conclusion to tell my reader that they have come to the end of my book. I also want to say something that lets the reader know that I'm glad that they read my book, or maybe that I hope they try to grow lettuce on their own. So I am going to write something that sounds like, I hope you enjoyed learning about how to grow lettuce. I hope you have fun growing your own lettuce. I also could write something like, thank you for reading my book. Have fun growing vegetables. So there are lots of ways that you can end your book. I am going to stop the video and write my conclusion, and this would be a good time for you to stop your video and write your own conclusion. The conclusion that I ended up writing sounds like this. I hope you enjoyed learning about growing lettuce. Have fun growing your own vegetables. What does your conclusion sound like? Once you are finished with your whole book, please share it with your teacher. Thank you so much for working on a how-to book with me. Next week, we will try a different type of writing.